Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy PADDA Kills You. I am back with a brand new video. Today's video is gonna be a Spider-Man No Way Home review, or my review of the film. It's gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. There will be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't watched the film, click off. Save this for later. Click off. Go watch the film, man, because you really need watch this film, bro. Please, please watch this film. I would like, this is like one of those films that it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know a lot of people said, oh, I regret not watching Infinity War and Endgame in theaters. Well, here's your chance. Go watch this film in theaters, please. But let's go right this video, man. I don't normally do reviews. That just shows you how good this film is. Now, off the bat, I have not really been a big fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I want to admit that before right now. To me, I love Tom Holland, but I didn't really like him too much in Far From Home. I did not like Far From Home. If you guys follow my Twitter, I made rankings for it. I think Far From Home, for me personally, in my opinion, was the worst Spider-Man film just because it didn't really feel very Spider-Man to me. Now, after watching No Way Home, and I don't know how these two movies are directed by the same director. I don't understand, because Far From Home, I don't know. It makes no sense, because No Way Home is literally 10 times, 100 times better than Far From Home. It's like two different films, and it surprises me that it's directed by the same director. That's something I wanted to let go. But off the bat, I want to say like this film is amazing. It really is. It does fan service. If you are a fan of Spider-Man, you are going to love this film. If you love Spider-Man for what it is, you're gonna love this film. It has everything that it has everything that you want from a Spider-Man film. It's got the action. It's got the web slinging. It's got the amazing villains. It's got the character arc for Peter Parker of what he goes through, the consequences that our hero goes through, and what he faces day to day. There's the jokes, and I'm not gonna lie, the jokes in this movie are way better and funnier than they were in Far From Home. Far From Home, in my opinion, the jokes were really cringy. They were not funny. They didn't land. This film, it completely changed that. Every character in this film has good jokes. I want to just say that off the bat. Every single character in this film, they have amazing jokes, which I was really surprised. To be honest, I love the jokes in this film. Zendaya, Ned were amazing in this film compared to Far From Home. Like, Zendaya in Far From Home and Homecoming, to be honest, obviously, like, she has developed really good. Her character, she was amazing in this film. She had great moments in this film. And Ned was fantastic because, Ned is the one that brought us, who. He's the one that did the little portal thing and brought us Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. And let me tell you guys, when Andrew Garfield and Tobey came, my theater was buzzing, bro. Buzzing. The funny part is my theater was buzzing throughout the film, bro. When the film started, to Dr. Ock coming on the bridge, people were hyped. To Green Goblin's appearance on the bridge. To Electro, the theme of Electro playing. Sandman. It was just so fire, bro. And dude. I'm going to talk about the villains in a sec, but I want to kind of just talk about the beginning of the film. I'm not going to lie, I thought the beginning of the film was a little bit, it was kind of, the pacing was weird for me. I was one of those people that kind of thought, alright, can we we all know why we're here. The quick montage of everyone after him and stuff like that. Aunt May and Happy. I was really not a big fan of, I don't know, I thought the opening was a little bit weird, but it got better. It definitely got a little bit better because of, when the bridge scene was fantastic. And then William Dafoe, man. William Dafoe, this man killed this film. Start to finish, every scene he's in, he kills it, bro. He is fantastic in this film. He really shows a different side of Osborn. I think, personally, he was better in this film than he was in the original Sam Raimi movie. He was so good in this film because you can see the difference between the Goblin and Norman Osborn, and he really showed you that. He was a man who was broken down. The scene where he went to Feast and he talks about, oh, there's no Oscorp, where's my son? And it really, shows you what this man's going through and how, he's not okay. I love that. Tom Holland's Spider-Man in this film is so, I don't want to swear or anything, but he was amazing. I've said amazing a lot, but really, Tom Holland was fantastic in this film. His portrayal of Peter Parker's Spider-Man really matures throughout this film. He finally goes through consequences. Really, the first consequence that he really went through for me was his identity being revealed from Far From Home. In this film, he is selfish. He's not really selfish, but he kind of is. And Doctor Strange perfectly said this perfect. He's like, Doctor Strange does the spell, and it's like, you can say the spell is Peter's fault. I kind of say it's Peter's fault and it's Spider-Man's fault, but overall it is kind of both of their faults. But Peter Parker's a guy who is, he's not really selfish, but he is. Obviously, he cares about MJ, he cares about Ned, Aunt May. He knows that he's ruining their lives, so he goes to Doctor Strange. But at the same time, he doesn't care to actually look at other ways. He does, Doctor Strange says to him, he's like, "You didn't call him," and then he's like, "Can you do that?" It really shows you that Peter Parker, he's naive, he's young, he's not mature, he's naive, and he rushes into decisions. He is ultimately trying to do the right thing, but it's the way he does it that kind of messes up everything. And that's what ultimately leads to Aunt May's death. That's what ultimately leads to these consequences. And honestly, I was surprised that Aunt May died because, to be honest, when she got flipped by that glider, I was like, holy crap, she's dead. I'm like, what the? And then when she got up, I'm like, wait a minute. I had my brother Gohan with me. I turned to right. I'm like, Gohan, why is she dead, bro? She got zoomed by that glider and then she died later, which I kind of felt bad for saying that. But Aunt May's death was really sad, and I felt bad. To be honest, I didn't really tear up when Aunt May died. I teared up a little bit after when Tom Holland was amazing. That acting performance really killed it, bro. I started to tear up a little bit, but I wasn't really necessarily tearing up that much. I was like little bit tears, like it wasn't dropping down. It was just in my eyes. I was sad, and then obviously Ned. I would go back to Ned, and then Andrew comes in the movie, and then the tears kind of go to joy. Aunt May, I wasn't really a big fan of her character throughout the trilogy. I didn't really like how they made her kind of a hoe. I don't know. I just really didn't like how they kind of made her like this flirting bag of a joke. Like every single time she just uses it as a reference, oh, she's so hot type shit like that. It wasn't really true to the character. However, in this film, she was amazing. I mean, with great power also comes great responsibility. Line chills. I got chills, bro. When she said that line. I mean, that's what I've literally been waiting for in this Homecoming trilogy, is that line of great power comes great responsibility. And looking back at the other two films, I'm glad that we didn't get that line in Homecoming and Far From Home. I'm glad that it took this long for them to kind of it just, I don't know how to explain it, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like this it wasn't a one film. It was a trilogy of Peter Parker growing as Spider-Man. Growing with great power comes great, and I like how they did it in the third film. It's like this trilogy was Peter Parker's origin in a sense. He was growing to be Spider-Man, And looking back at the films, he wasn't Spider-Man in Homecoming. He had Spider-Man moments. He wasn't Spider-Man in Far From Home. He had Spider-Man moments. No Way Home is the movie where he is Spider-Man. He is our Spider-Man. And she dies. And now this is what I love about Peter Parker. The shot, I love it. When he goes to that rooftop scene, it's so raw and emotional. The shot, beautiful shot of Tom Holland. And I love Tom Holland. They literally fixed everything I hated about Tom Holland's character. They fixed it. Like, that's crazy to me. Bro, they literally fixed everything I hated about Tom Holland's character. They fixed it. They fixed Tom Holland's character, which I loved. I didn't like how he needed MCU stuff. I didn't like how, there wasn't... This movie literally dark. Tom Holland's dark. There's maturity. I loved it. I am a fan of Tom Holland Spider-Man now. And I always liked Tom Holland. I just had problems with his character. But those problems disappeared with this film. And I want to say his portrayal, his maturity, the way he develops through the end of the film, he finally matures and he realizes that, this is what he asked for. This is what Spider-Man is. He needs to, he has a responsibility of being a hero. He can't have everything he wants. It reminds me of kind of Tobey Maguire films, of the consequences of being Spider-Man. I want to say that it was really done well. I want to talk about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire now because it's that time. You guys know me, man. You guys probably see the Spider-Man 2 post in the back. I love Spider-Man, and I grew up with Maguire. I grew up with Garfield, and just to see, I recorded the audience reaction, man. I'll play a clip of it, and I was literally crying when I saw Garfield. I wasn't really crying when I saw them enter the portal. I was excited. I was hyped. When I really started to kind of tear up was when, they all met together. The scene where Toby and Andrew go to see Tom. That is a scene where I'm like, damn, this is really happening. And I still can't believe that happened. I mean, I've been dreaming about this moment for years. I have a friend, me and him, back when I was a freshman in high school, 4 years ago, I used to talk to my friend in class. We used to load up on our laptop during class in chemistry, load up Spider-Man clips of Tom Holland, not Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, the memes and stuff. And we always think, yo, imagine Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 4, imagine, and then it's a reality now, bro. It's bro, it's a reality, man. We see them in this film, bro. It's everything a fan can truly ask for, bro. It succeeded my expectations. I really like it. And then when they all met him, and then when they talked about what they lost, and they, Toby says he lost Uncle Ben, Andrew says he lost his MJ, and then it make a grown man cry, bro. And then when they say with great power comes great responsibility, man, it's fantastic, bro. Fantastic, bro. And then the scene of Tom Holland telling the world that, that scene when he talks to the world is amazingly done. And one of my favorite scenes in this film is just the interactions with Andrew, Toby, and Tom, because that is literally what I dreamed of. I dreamed of, how would they interact? This is probably how we do it with the web sling. Toby Maguire doesn't have web shooters. Everything a fan can ask for is in this film, bro. And like the interaction is the best part. Before they're about to fight the villains, they're talking about what the villains they fought, what they've been through. That is such an amazing feeling. And Andrew Garfield kills this film, bro. He's amazing in this film. This film shows that if he didn't have bad writing, if he didn't get fucked over by Sony, he could have been the best Spider-Man. He kills it, bro. He kills this film. Andrew Garfield really kills this film. The jokes, everything. The interactions for me was the best part. And obviously, man, how can you not cry and cheer when we see these three web slinging together, bro? It's straight out of a video game. That is fantastic, man. Literally, when they are literally web slinging together off each other's webs, bro, I need to see this film again. I need to go watch this film again. And then Andrew, I was honestly not shocked. I had theories that Andrew was gonna save MJ, and it was just so well done, bro. And all the villains, man. It was well done, and the best part about it is when they heal the villains, and I love the exchange that we had with Doc Ock and Tobey Maguire. He's like, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand, and he's like Peter, he's like Otto, and then he's like, you're all growing up, and he's like, I'm trying to do better. I mean, as a Raimi fan, as a memes fan, bro, that just brought a smile to my face, man. And every time they did like a line that was in the old films, I was like, whoa. I shifted over to my man Brian. I'm like, bro, really? Like, I'm something of a scientist myself. There's so many lines in this film that I loved it. And bro, Green Goblin, like I said, I talked about Willem Dafoe. He kills it. He kills this film. He is the best Spider-Man villain, period. He is the best live-action Spider-Man villain. I think he's the best MCU villain alongside Thanos. Willem Dafoe deserves an award for this film. He kills it. He's menacing. He's getting beat up by Tom Holland. One of my favorite lines, one of my favorite moments for Tom Holland Spider-Man ever is when he's like, no, I just want to kill you myself. And I remember the theater's like, yeah, go kill that man. Fuck that guy. And then when he's literally going, the hand-to-hand combat in this film is amazing. Boom, boom, boom. And then Green Goblin's just like, amazing, bro. Willem Dafoe, amazing. And then Tobey Maguire stops Holland from killing Green Goblin. He's like, no. He stops him while Tom Holland is brutally trying to kill him. Tobey Maguire's like, no. He just has that face like, bro, this is not going to make things better. And then Tobey gets stabbed. And I yelled. I'm like, no! I straight up yelled that out. I'm like, no! Y'all can't kill Tobey, bro. Y'all can't kill Tobey, bro. And that literally almost... But I'm happy they didn't kill Maguire, bro. I would have been pissed because, guys, there's more stories to be told with these three characters. And then, obviously, Willem Dafoe killed it. Tom Holland was amazing. Garfield was amazing. And then that final hug that they do at the end is just... Guys, I have this as my lock screen. Hold up. I have this as my lock screen. It's Toby and Andrew because this is... I need to get it. There's so many movies, so many moments in this movie that I need to get in HD so I can make a wallpaper, poster. But guys, overall, the action was fantastic. The CGI was amazing. I kind of wish there was better soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see Danny Elfman's theme a little bit more. But that's just me complaining. But overall, the film was fantastic. I know this video is like 14 minutes. Guys, just go watch this film. This is not a deep analysis of the film. This is just like my first reactions of the film. Go watch this film. Overall, man, the action is fantastic. Each of their villains has their own moments. Electro, Jamie Foxx. I didn't even talk about Jamie Foxx. He killed it. He killed it. Sandman was great. Everyone in this film was amazing. Ned, MJ had their moments. Aunt May was fantastic. The death of Aunt May was great. And guys, Toby, Andrew killed it, bro. I think Andrew was fantastic, and he really redeemed himself. And I'm really happy that he got that second chance. And then the final shot of this film, you know, I really started to cry when Tom Holland visited Aunt May's grave. I really started to cry because it just, you know, looking back at the old films, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 1, Uncle Ben, the graveyard, that scene was fantastic. It really reminded me of that. But just to see Happy Hogan there, just forget about him, it just made me sad, bro. It's just so sad. The ending is so sad, just to see that everyone forgot Peter Parker. And then he goes to the cafe, and, you know, Ned and MJ don't know him. They're having a good life, and I love the maturity that Tom Holland Spider-Man goes through. He realizes that, you know what, Ned and MJ have been through so much with me. For, you know, I put their lives at danger. They're having a good time. They're in the university they want. They're having a good time without me. You know what? Maybe I'm better. Maybe they're better without me. And that's just so sad to think about, how no one knows who he is, and how he's going into a apartment. And y'all know, man, I wish Mr. Dick was there, like, rent. But yeah, the ending was amazing. Well, I don't know what better ending you could have done for this film. Amazing ending. You could honestly, like, end off the Spider-Man films right there. It was a great closure to Toby, Andrew, but I want more. I want more. I think there's more stories to be told with all three of them, but I think the ending was amazing when he goes to the apartment, and it's just, I'm so excited to see Tom Holland Spider-Man more. I think the ending is amazing. Obviously, that new suit, bro. That new suit is, mwah. I was horny, bro. When I saw that new suit, I was pumped up when he was swinging, bro. That was fantastic. Ending off the Spider-Man movie with the swing, just, you know, we got Tobey's Maguire, Andrew's, or Garfield's Spider-Man's ending off swings, and we finally had Tom's, which was amazing, bro. And that new suit really looks like the classic comic accurate Spider-Man suit with the mix of Tobey and Andrew, which is amazing. I want to say thank you, Sony, thank you, Marvel, for making this film, bro. I'm going to try to see this again. I don't know if I'm going to see it tonight. I want to see this movie again. I want to see it again with the packed audience. I want to see this movie more. I just do. I can't get enough of this, man. And there's so much things that I haven't talked about in this film that I'm missing, because this film from start to finish was amazing, bro. And just looking back at it, it's already nostalgia. I watched this movie last night, and it's already like, damn, that happened. This is like a shit I'm going to be telling my kids, bro. But this, what would I rate this film? 10 out of 10. It's definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man films of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time. I'm going to end off the video here, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, and tell me, guys, what you guys think about this film. Remember, guys, with great power comes great responsibility.